Okay, Paul Hardingham here from myfreebiz.co.uk. I sent out an email the other day to people on my list here and asked for feedback, honest feedback, so that we could all help each other improve how we're working with the i42 and so on. I had this email back from a guy called James. I won't mention his surname so we can preserve his privacy, but this was the email he wrote back. You asked for honest feedback, so here goes it. I think EI42 is a great accessible site, and it's great when you make your own shop. It is easy to attain teammates, but difficult to get them focused on the task when in their account is about 70p for a few transactions. Why would someone lacking focus carry on from their 70p earning to get a massive £20 minimum threshold payment, want me on their case even when I can't show them a cheque? This is an honest response from a member in your team, and quite frankly, the £30 I've earned, I probably could have saved twice over if I'd been smarter and shopped on the net. Thanks, James. And that's the email I received. So a few things there just to highlight. If you're sort of feeling a similar sort of way on some things there, let me just try and give you my view on things. I'm not saying my view is the perfect way or anything like that, but just try and give you a hint. Because I do work EI42 pretty much on a full-time basis, because my long-term commitment is there. I want to produce tools and help other people where I know that EI42 can be for all of us in 2 or 3 years' time. So let's start at the top there. I think the EI42 is accessible shop. It's easy to retain teammates, but difficult to get them focused on the task when their account is about 70p for a few transactions. Couple of points there. If their account is only at 70p, the chances are, my suggestion would be, that they're not true shoppers, or they're forgetting to use their EI42 store. It really doesn't take long, if you're serious about doing your shopping online, before you get past the £20 threshold. And once you do that, you really do get a big boost in motivation. If the cheque comes through the post, if that's the way you choose to be paid with the i42, to receive this cheque coming through for £20 or more is a real boost to things. So my suggestion to James there is to keep focusing for these people, for his team members, is focus on getting them past that £20 threshold. And that really is just a case of sending out lots of emails on a regular basis, being consistent, being a professional, working. Treat this as a job if you want. Treat this, if somebody was paying you £1,000 a month to do this job, would you just leave it with the odd email every now and again and say, "Oh, my team's not doing anything. The people I've introduced, no, they're not." I know it's going to be difficult, but that's what I want to try and get through to people, is that you need to treat this on a professional basis, and that to me is a great way of doing it. If you imagine yourself being paid by someone, or even if you're being paid by yourself, and you said to yourself, right, would I be really worth £1,000 a month with the work I'm doing with the i42? If not, then you need to seriously reconsider your own actual efforts and so on. So like I say to James, is to really focus on helping those people, help them understand, give them some examples, just sort of pick one every couple of days, see what the personal commission is, the personal rebate. So it might be an illustration, something you might want to buy from Comet, something you might want to buy car insurance, home insurance, and give an example of how much money they can save, and just keep contacting people on that basis and get them past that £20 threshold, because that will give them a real boost in confidence. The other thing you want to do, obviously, is to get them motivated if they're interested. Don't push this one too far, but if they're interested in realising the bigger picture, because their 70p's, their £20 every couple of months, that is not the big money. That's not what the whole of EI42 is ultimately about. EI42 is ultimately about helping lots of other people save money, and you just got to work out the mathematics. Go to the spreadsheets the spreadsheet I've put in myfreebiz.co.uk/members, where you can actually calculate and see what your potential earnings are. Give yourself motivation. Keep yourself motivated, because the chances are, if you're not motivated, that's going to come through to the people you're contacting. They're saying, "Oh, well, he's only contacted me a couple of times in the last couple of months. He's obviously not serious about it," and so on. So the next question that James raised there, why would someone lacking focus carry on from their 70p earning to get to a massive £20 minimum threshold payment? And I think I've answered that one. Just to highlight that point there, James mentioned this as being a massive minimum threshold payment. It's not massive at all. A lot of other cashback sites, you will need to get to £25 before you'll earn your actual commission. And the thing as well, if you take just home insurance, you're going to get past £20 just on that in terms of cashback. Car insurance, you get past that in one shot. There's lots of areas where you can sort of earn those sorts of thresholds very quickly. I'll just show you my back office actually, just to prove this as well. Here's my back office, logged in here, and under personal rebates, there's my personal rebates, £52.31. That's my own personal rebates, and that's in just over 9 months now. Again, one of the key things is that, like most people, I forgot when I first registered. I kept forgetting to use my EI42 shop, and that's one of the things, you know, my upline wasn't regularly contacting me. That's not a dispersion on my upline, because my upline is very good, but they weren't regularly contacting me. And EI42, to be honest as well, weren't sending out regular emails saying, you know, giving examples of shopping and so on. And if you really want to help people, you do need to remind them to use their own shop. So there you go, £52 in 9 months. So we're talking about £75 in a year. So it really is, you know, very valid savings to be having. That's over £1 a week. And if you introduce other people and they're saving over £1 a week, you're not going to be long before you start to realise the real potential as it starts to build up for you. So I think that covers that one. This is an honest response from a member of your team. Quite frankly, the £30 I've earned, I could probably have saved twice over if I'd been smarter and shopped on the net. James has kind of missed a point here, because, and again, it's a valid point because he's missed it, and therefore it's probably my teaching that's helped him miss that. And so if you're in the same situation, then you know, apologies for that. But he's saying if he'd shopped on the net, well, that's the whole point of EI42. You are shopping on the net. There's over 1,500 retailers in EI42, so go and shop online, find your best price first of all, find out who the retailer is, then come back to EI42 and shop through that retailer, because they're bound to be in EI42 anyway. If they're not, and you get a better price than you'd get with cashback, then go with that. Don't use EI42 if you're not going to get the best price. So yeah, so don't. I'm fully confident. I mean, for instance, the other day I bought some ink cartridges for my printer. I shopped around online, checked out the best prices, and checked out on EI42, and found that one of the suppliers I got 11.25% cashback, which on a £30 purchase was over £3, and that was, you know, it just made it the obvious choice because it was the cheapest price in the first place. But then to get another 11% cashback on it, it made it a no-brainer. So yes, do shop around, but make sure you remember to use your EI42 store as well. So hopefully that gives you a bit of feedback on the response there to the email from James. If you've got any other questions, I really do want to help you as much as possible. The more I can help my team, you know, to move forward and help duplicate the effort and so on, the better. I do recommend that you go and check my training videos, recently updated at myfreebiz.co.uk/members, and all the other resources I've put in there. There's lots of free advertising methods. There's a new method in there, YouTube marketing, where I'm showing results of one sign up almost every day now, using that method. And as I roll that out, it's a very simple formula, and once you've learnt the skill of producing short YouTube videos, you just go about, you can knock out a YouTube video in 5 minutes, and that will get you potentially, I mean, I've had some of those videos getting now 1,000 views in just over a month. And so that method itself is totally free advertising. If you know nothing about YouTube videos, I've given you full training videos there to show you how to use it, how to create videos, the software to use, how to upload it on YouTube, how to get found on YouTube, and everything. So it's all there as well. So that's just one of the marketing methods. I think there's 13 marketing methods there which are totally free. So I really want to urge you to get committed to EI42. It's not going to be an instant overnight riches success story. That sort of stuff in reality I don't believe actually happens. You've got to be serious about a business, and a serious business will take time to build. So that said, I'll get off my soapbox now. I really do hope this has been useful for you. Any other feedback, more than happy to have it. And if you've got questions, you know, what's your biggest question about EI42? What area are you struggling with? Let me know so I can let other people know as well, because chances are you're not going to be alone on that, and I need to know so I know how to help you the best. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.